Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and wonderful food items, and the Blind Tiger's marvellous alcoholic fruit drinks.
Close.
Oh, she busting out of it now, Raven.
It's Bailey's.
Is it Bailey's though?
Yeah. They're selling Bailey's saying it looks like sand. It's a nice way to do it.
Let me get me straw and I'll fucking test this. You don't know what Bailey's is. This is courtesy of the Blind Tiger Cocktail Club, ladies and gentlemen, folks.
Give it a good sucky there now. I thought for a minute there it was going to fail miserably.
It's kind of like a Bailey's taste off it.
Like a Bailey's cheesecake.
A little bit like a Bailey's ice cake, man.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, man.
It's nice. It's nice.
Very summery drink.
I'll have to get a taxi home after it, but it's nice.
Yeah, that's a full bottle of Bailey's, man. Wait a sec. It's a full bottle of Bailey's.
That's what they did.
We're going to be shammed.
It's nice to know my father continues to listen, and he has more reason to believe that we're now alcoholics.
We're drinking a full... Like, what's next? So last week we drank out of a wheelie bin. This week we're drinking out of a bucket. So next week it's like... And the boys at the cocktail club gave us Buckfast in a shoe. So here we go. It's an old Adidas classic this time. No, that's exactly the way it is going, Raymond. Feck's sake. But fair play to them all the same.
Fair play to them.
Can we talk about what's actually going on, Ray, down the stairs in our house today?
You can talk about it. I have something else I want to talk about.
Okay.
I have a grievance, but we'll talk about your situation.
Okay, grievance. Okay, this is the grievance corner. I'm going to do my grievance first, and then you do your grievance, right?
Okay.
So, downstairs, there's three Bjors watching Love Island, right?
And I want to be with them.
One of them belongs to you.
I don't want to be with all of them. I want to be sitting with them.
You fuck. That's my Bjor, man.
Yeah.
That's my Nicole's Bjor, man.
No.
You want to be with them all.
Yeah.
One of them is your Bjor, one of them's Carl's Bjor, one of them is my Bjor, right?
That's right.
They're downstairs watching Love Island now.
That's what Bjors do.
Ye came into the house, and my missus straight away in the most ignorant way possible. She just went shh to you as you came in, and I looked at her. She didn't even cop that she done that. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, Nicola.
Strange things happen when Love Island is on.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's so weird. She's such an ignorant old piebald old bastard. Like,
what an awful shower of names to call your girlfriend.
But what an awful ignorant bastard thing to do, man.
Well, I didn't even notice it. I understood.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is? You understood because, Ray, you nearly shushed yourself to try and watch the fucking thing as well.
I did totally, yeah.
You were looking at us and you were like, right?
But it was a key moment.
Yeah, but okay, spoiler alert for any flutes out there that watch Love Island. I'm not going to spoiler alert anything.
By the time you tell them.
And I don't even know how to spoiler alert this, right?
What do you think was happening?
I said, oh, Jesus, she's after picking Jackson. And they said, that's Brad. I said, it was obviously a joke I was making. I don't know if any of them was called Jackson or Brad. But while that was happening, right? And while I was looking at the three Bjors going, oh, Jesus, right?
Yeah.
I then looked over at you and you were like that as well.
I was like that too.
I was like, what the hell is wrong, man?
Well, I'm so glad you've asked.
Okay.
Because I have a little clip of Brad, right?
I came up here to get away from it. What's happening?
No. We won't be getting away from anything. You won't be There's no safe haven in this house.
Not getting away from it down here now.
Brendan, all the girls, we're all into it. You're not.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Can I ask a question now? Have you heard anything about Brad?
No, only that he's not Jackson.
He's not Jackson.
I was making a joke. I obviously know that his name is not. I guessed his name. But you know how I guessed his name?
What?
Sorry to anyone out there called Jackson, but I was like, these flutes obviously have stupid names, so it must be Jackson.
Brad's a very beautiful looking man.
Go on.
Piercing blue eyes, chiseled body, looks well in all manner of clothes.
Brad the Chisel Cheeks.
Yeah, Brad Chisel Cheeks, that's what we'll call him, right?
Okay.
That's for the purposes of this podcast, we'll call him Brad Chisel Cheeks. Now, unfortunately, God, and this is a regular thing that seems to happen, God sometimes bequeaths people with great looks.
Yeah.
And skimps a little bit on the personality.
Yes. Now, it's a God an awful bastard too.
It's funny the way it goes on.
Because he never gives anyone everything.
Oh,
right?
well,
I got the looks and the huge Mickey, but I only got like 550 points in the Leaving Cert. So he didn't give me the full, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you there
Not
now.
the full whack, but go on anyway.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so Brad anyway, he's got all the looks and he's got absolutely zero personality and you can't understand a word he says.
Why? Where's he from?
He is from up north of England.
Oh, I was going to say he was from up
Oh,
Derry.
God, no. Well, I suppose, it could be bad there too, yeah. But I'm going to play a little clip of him now, right?
Okay,
this is him having a conversation with the lady he was coupled with.
Okay.
Faye, right? And Faye was kind of just, putting him in his box.
Oh,
but he
lovely.
was doing his best to, and I just want to see, can you understand the word this man says?
Go for it.
And for all of you out there who would prefer us to be talking about the Euros, we'll get to that in a minute.
No, we won't.
Yeah, we will. Okay, here we go.
Pulling that, it wasn't ideal. But it was what it was, and I just went with what I felt is honest, and I don't I'm guessing you'll not have been getting any sort of vibes off me and
got that.
Yeah, and hopefully like vice versa.
Aye.
Because I do feel like you've treated me very differently to everyone else in the group. And I don't know why that is.
I feel as if I didn't mean to come across it. I think when you're in the couple, you're kind of just like, I didn't want to give any sort of false vibes. So I was just kind of like, look, I'm just going to distance myself from it in case. I just didn't want to give anything off. That was going to end up.
Yeah, that's fine.
I got like every fourth word.
Yeah.
I got like every fourth word of it. So in between it though, he was just going, wow, false.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, that's not what I took from that though.
All right.
Do you want to hear what Kendy took from that?
Oh, go on. Yeah, I'd like to see the non-Love Island fan interpretation.
What I took from that is they've been in there now for how long?
Are you going to say he's been there long enough to learn how to speak?
No, because it's not school, man.
Right.
It's a fucking island in Tenerife or whatever, a house in Tenerife.
Uh-huh.
She was like, you're treating me all this way different than everybody else that's in here, right?
Yeah, but that's what happened. What happened was they came in and they got coupled up.
Yeah.
Right? And then he wasn't interested.
Yeah.
So he ignored her.
Yeah,
He
brilliant.
did. Yeah, that's what you do back in school.
It's a little bit.
Yeah, that's a school thing. I'm not going to speak to her.
No, yeah, I don't want to break up with her, so I'm just going to not talk to her again.
I'm not going to handle the problem head on. I'm just going to ignore her, and then at some point she'll get the message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's annoying about that is that they've only been in there a couple of days, and they're already having these arguments. How dare she?
She called him to see you next Tuesday after that.
And she won't see him next Tuesday if she keeps up that attitude, man, because she'd be kicked out of the place. There was someone kicked out already.
Yeah.
There was a gentleman kicked out. That's what I'm saying.
No, there was a young one.
Oh, there was a young one kicked out.
She was kicked out because I don't think she was into the shifting.
She's on Love Island.
Yeah, I don't know how. But she was. Apparently, she's an OnlyFans girl.
Well, how was she not into shifting? She was shifting herself every night in the OnlyFans.
Well, but she's getting paid for that.
Right, so she's pulling the wool over everyone's eyes because she's going in there under the disguise of a lady who likes that kind of stuff.
She's on OnlyFans. She went in and apparently she didn't like shifting and the producers weren't gone on this, so they kicked her out.
So she's gone. Does that mean that everybody else in the house is now shifting?
Oh, but she's prerequisite. So you can't be in Love Island without shifting.
Okay, so that annoys them. That drives me so mad.
Why?
Because they're all going, oh, we got coupled up by these producers, so obviously we're in love now. Let's go shifting.
Well, a man could have the same approach to the Euros, all playing football. Do you know?
That doesn't make any sense. Explain that one to me.
Well, you said, what annoys you about the fact they all have to be shifting?
It's the disingenuousness of them by going, oh, well, I guess we better shift now because they told us that we're in
on the soccer pitch, they're all playing soccer because we have to. We're in the Euros.
No, but that is completely not the same. How is that even a little bit the same as these people? Okay, well, we better just get shifting. So you're saying that shifting is now their job, like?
Well, that's what they're on a shifting program.
Okay, so shifting is what they do for a living now.
Well, at the
so
moment.
Down on the CP and Brad, right?
Yeah.
Brad is going to say, whatever, I did 4 years as a Sparky, and I'm also now a qualified shifter.
That's right.
Okay, well, if that's actually the case, I would never hire him if he had to be a CV in like that and I ran a business.
Yeah, but if
it
it's
says here,
business.
Brad, on page 2 that you're a qualified shifter, and I did my apprenticeship in Love Island, 2 weeks there or whatever.
Yeah, but you'd know that.
I'd still be a better shifter than him anyway, and I don't have any kind of qualification for that kind of stuff. Tech level 5 and fingering, man.
Can't believe you said that.
Oh. Another thing, I was going to say something else about Love Island as well, and I can't feckin' remember. Oh yeah, how mental would it be if someone ended up pregnant in there? I mean, I know they're all going around trying to, get each other pregnant pretty much. Like, how mental would it be if there was actually a pregnancy inside the place? But brings me to my next question.
Sure.
Why am I asking so many questions about Love Island when I don't like it?
I thought we'd be gone off this a couple of minutes ago.
The other thing is, do they actually go the full hog in there at all?
Sometimes.
Okay, and then is it like Geordie Shore where all of a sudden you see a black and white camera thing and
it's
and
just
a little arse going in the bed like that?
That's it, yeah, night vision.
Do you actually see the night vision riding?
You do see the night vision, yeah.
Night riding.
Yeah, you do see the night ride.
No
they did
way.
be in the Love Hub.
Yeah, but then those people's parents then?
Or get to watch them having sex live on national television.
I mean, like what? Like, why?
Would Geraldine and Eamon not be very proud of you? Would Geraldine, that's my boy!
Dad'd be going, Jesus, he did the same feckin' moves. The same Maradona spin he has, that fella. Huh? No way, like, that is mortifying, like.
What's the Maradona spin? Oh, wait, no, I'm after getting a blast of it there,
a full 360 job,
yeah, that's going to be awkward now.
They call that the kebab.
When you're plugged in, like.
Plugged into what? Oh, know. Okay, that's what drives me mad though, is that the parents then have to then watch that. Like, do you think they are going?
But it's
that's
natural.
lovely.
It's
Like,
perfectly natural. The parents did it to make them.
yeah, but it's not natural on the television.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it shouldn't be on the television. The Euros should be, or something along those lines. Okay. I want to watch Sky Sports or watch London Wasps play.
Are the Euros going okay?
The Euros are going. Yeah,
that's enough of that.
We're getting in.
For all the listeners wondering how the Euros going.
Yeah, we said we talk about Love Island and the Euros, so we've done that now.
A nice balance. You know?
The two of them are done. Now, okay, let's move on then, Raymond.
To my grievance.
Yeah, go. Oh, your grievance.
Yes.
Sorry, man. Jeez, I'm so ignorant. Go on.
Are you going to ask me what I was going to have for dinner this evening?
What?
Are you going to ask me?
Ray, what are you going to have for dinner this evening?
What did I have for dinner this evening?
Raymond.
Or what I had planned.
Raymond.
Yeah. Ask me what I had planned to have for dinner this evening.
Okay, let's make it sound pure natural.
Yeah.
Oh, Raymond, come here.
Yeah.
What had you planned for having for your dinner this evening?
Oh, but funny you should ask.
I had that. I just know I thought of that.
Myself and Laura, we had 2 burgers left over. Really nice burgers.
From
Dunn's.
Okay.
Right, rib eye steak burgers. Now, something happened last night that would complicate the situation.
Which is?
Sean O'Reilly arrived back from Cavan. Now, this is a very important thing. Sean O'Reilly left the house on Thursday.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sean left Thursday.
Okay.
Landed back last night.
I feel like Rick Rywatch. So he left the house at approximately 8 o'clock on Thursday. He was tracked through Ballyconnell as well. He pulled in for a mint arrow.
Yeah.
And I think he got 2 bags of king cheese and onion as well. He proceeded down the road then to the home house.
That's what happened, right? So Sean O'Reilly gone for the weekend and he landed back late last night, Sunday.
Right.
And today...
I know what's happening.
Today we were looking forward to those other 2 burgers.
No.
And then we landed back to the house to have the 2 burgers.
Yeah.
And Laura says, "Where are the burgers, Ray?"
Yeah. Well, I know exactly where they were.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think, no, he couldn't have. Because he asked me earlier today, he says, "What are you having for the dinner?"
That's daylight robbery.
Around 4 o'clock, he says, what are you having, Laura, having for dinner? I said, "We have 2 lovely burgers left."
That's like taunting you. That's like
Yeah.
that.
And do you know what he said to me?
Go on.
He says, "It's all right. Juliana set me up my dinner."
Right.
So I was thinking, this is great.
Even more taunting.
I didn't feel guilty about us having our own dinner, not including him, and he had his own dinner.
Yes.
The burgers were gone.
Fucking hell, Ray! This is wrong on so many levels. I'm seeing so many sociopathic tendencies in Sean O'Reilly now.
Oh, no, he was
the
a ballet
taunting
dancer when he was
Calvin
young one.
bastard.
Yeah. I went out to the shed and I says to him, "By any chance, did you have burgers for your second dinner?" He has 4 dinners a day now. He's eating 4 dinners a day.
Why?
Because he's getting all,
Yeah, but like if I had 4 dinners a day, Ray.
Oh yeah, they're good. You know, but he's doing all the working out and he's doing the running and the surfing and
Oh,
all
right,
that.
okay,
Yeah.
so he's okay.
Yeah, so he's eating 4 dinners a day. So I went out to him and I said, "What's the story? Did you eat your dinner today?"
Yeah.
And he says, "Yeah, I had 2 burgers." I said, "Right, where'd you get them?" He said, "Yeah, in the fridge."
No.
And I said, "Right, great.
Yeah.
And when did you buy them burgers?"
Yeah.
Last week. I said, "When last week?" Wednesday, he says. I said, "Right, and you're telling me these burgers were there open since Wednesday and they were fine today?" He said, "Yeah, they were really nice. They were fresh." I said, "That's because they were my
That's
burgers."
because they weren't a week old either. You might have Wednesday.
He had no burgers.
Ray, I'm telling you, that's sociopathic tendencies in Sean O'Reilly's head. He had the conversation with you that day. What are you having for your dinner? You said, "I'm going to have a pair of ribeye."
And then he thought, "Oh, burgers would be
Yeah,
nice."
he said, "That's nice now. What I'll do later on is forget that and I'll have them then."
That's what he did.
And like he may as well have brought you into the Jack Seed him shiting out as well afterwards, man. He fucking put the whole lot in front of you.
The only good side to this
Go on.
was that obviously then we had no burgers.
Okay, I fucking struggling to see the good side, Raymond, if I'm being honest.
But Juliana O'Reilly,
Yeah.
Sean's beautiful mother,
Yes.
had sent up 2 lovely sirloin steaks, which we then got.
But why didn't he eat the sirloins then? Why did he go and eat your bad burgers?
Because he's sociopath.
He is a sociopath, man. The other thing I did want to say to you on this story is, did you...
Right.
I'm not... This isn't... I said it in my head first and realised how insulting it was.
Right.
Well, will I still say it, though?
Yeah, go for it.
Did you ever think that at your age you'd still be arguing with a housemate over food in a fridge, like that's a college boy thing to be doing. Hey, which one do you with that tub of Pringles?
Now that
that
you
was
mention
fecking
it,
mine.
Now
You know,
that you mention it, Mark, that's a very fair point. I hadn't thought of that.
Like-
thanks for ruining my night.
like that's a crazy argument to be having with someone. Like,
But the way I look at it is, Sean's going to be there forever. I don't see me and Sean. I see me, Laura, buying a house at some point, and Sean having a little wing.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. So how
Yeah.
do you see it? He'll still be
He'll
living
still
there.
be with it, yeah.
And will you still be sharing the fridge?
Oh, totally.
Yeah, you have to
It'll
be
be a bigger
snitched.
fridge, but we'll have all these funny moments where these things happen.
And you'll still come in the same front door and stuff. Like
Yeah.
he won't be like living off where you
No,
don't see him.
no,
like,
no, no,
You're
we'll
like, you know
always
when
see
some people get divorced, like. And the fella goes and lives on one of the wings of the house. Like.
Yeah, no. He'll be bringing home like these dates, like nice 60-year-old women. You know? Like, you know, this is Mavis.
I'll tell you one thing, man. When Sean Riley's 60, he'll still be with 22-year-olds. That's a fucking fact.
Why did you say that now? We have to cut that out.
It is what it is. Anyway, Ray, I think he's a dirty rotten sociopath, if I'm being honest with you.
That's a nice way to wrap it up.
No, it is a nice way to wrap it up.
So that was episode 121.
No. Come here and I tell you, right?
Right.
Before we get into all the governmental shit again, okay? We're going to have to get into the governmental stuff again because we recorded the episode last week.
Yeah.
And then unbeknownst to us, we pre-called what was probably going to happen, which most people did anyway. But they locked us all up again, so it's never getting out.
Right.
I went to Galway on Saturday.
Oh, right.
Saturday, right?
Saturday, yeah.
I went to Galway on Saturday because Nicola's mad to get married and stuff, okay?
Okay.
I know I asked her originally, but she's mad to do it now. I didn't think she'd go.
She's buying into the idea.
Yeah, she really bought it.
Literally buying into it.
Well, someone's buying. Okay, so I went up. Here's the thing. I have no problem in my life spending money on food or like entertainment or clothes that's needed. I bought 6 pair of jeans because I needed jeans. Okay. Now, the reason I needed jeans is another story altogether because the rest of them don't fit me anymore.
And you're saying jean is in the plural?
A jean.
Okay.
A
you
pair
bought
of jeans.
6 jeans.
I bought 6 pair of jeans.
6 pair of jeans. Right.
Yeah, I don't know what the story is.
Yeah.
So I bought 6 pair of jeans because I had to buy a 34 now. Anyway, so
34.
I had to buy a 34.
Get away.
I'm a 34, 32.
Wow.
Mad, isn't it?
All right, was that for years. It's a grand spot.
It's actually not a bad spot to be.
Were you in Jack and Jones buying 34, 32?
I was in me arse
Where
in
did
Jack
you get
and
it?
Jones. I had to go into River Island.
Well, that's not 34, 32.
What's you on about?
The River Island sizes are all up all over the place.
No, I'll tell you what sizes are all over the place, and thankfully, I don't think they'll ever sponsor this show. But the people in Pennies, or the kids in Bangladesh that are making the stuff, want to, honestly, Ray, seriously, what is going on with the clothes inside in Pennies?
Just they're wrong.
I bought a 34 short, right? And I bought a 34 pant. Not a jean, a chino, right? And I bought a chino short. So the same thing, just less legs, right? The same item of clothing, less leg, okay? The 34 pant was too much. And I got all big up in myself. And I was like, Nicola, look. I'm not 34 at all. I must be between the 32 and the 34. Yeah. And then I put on the 34 short, man. And the gusset nearly burst out through the door of the house.
So a whole different pant.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I don't mind spending my money on that kind of stuff, right? But I had for the first time in a long time, I had this moment of handing over money on Saturday for something that I think is worthless.
Oh.
Okay?
And
it was awful hard to take the card out of the wallet.
Right.
We had to buy the rings for the wedding. Now.
Why do you think they're worthless?
Because they hold no value to me whatsoever.
Right.
Personally. Because they don't have any, they don't do anything for me.
Okay.
Like I said, when I buy food, good food, it's worth it because afterwards you go, geez, that's lovely,
but
right?
You'll have those rings long after Blue Moose have played their last song. Long after.
I might not.
Long after the Blue Moose have played their last song, you'll have a ring you'll be looking and reminding you that day.
No, but that's not going to be the case either. I'll be reminded by that day every day by the yoke beside me, right? Who's going, do you remember when you agreed to all this shit, man? Yeah, okay, right, now we have 12 kids, man, and you have to pay maintenance because you don't live here anymore.
Okay.
But
you don't like the ring?
No, so here's what happened, right? I went in there to the lovely lady inside in Fields in Galway.
Yeah.
Right? Marvellous woman, English. Always good to have a posh English woman working in a jewellery store.
Oh, yeah, classy.
Because, that is super classy, right? And this lady was tremendously classy. Nicola says, and we want to buy the rings. Nicola said, whatever my budget is, X amount of hundreds. I said, if you have something for 50 quid,
you'll take it.
Will you just throw it out because it's going to have no value on my hands whatsoever.
Okay, and you probably lose it.
Yeah, well, she was looking at me like, she was like, well, do you want me to spit in your face now? Or will I get the ring first? You know what I mean?
Okay.
But she brought it out and the tantalising posh English bastard accent on her, right? She is the saleswoman of the year. She brought out a 60-euro ring. I said, lovely, silver. What's that like? She said, no, that'll rot away like you're disposable. You'll have to get another one in a while. But if that's what you're into, go get it. I said, yes, it is what I'm into.
It would be nicer if you could give me some of the English accent.
I can't talk like that right now, can I? So bad. That's my best posh English accent.
If you're going to tell the rest of the story, I want all of her
lines.
Oh
my God. Yeah, that fucking ring, you fucking slag. Oh no, that's East London.
Yeah, no.
I can't do the posh one. How do a posh English people?
Try it.
Oh, okay, darling. So this is a $65 euro pound ring.
Right.
And then she says, just in case you're wondering, I did bring out another one as well.
Oh.
That was gold round it and then silver in the middle. I said, Fidelma, yeah, I told you I want the €60 ring, right?
I don't want to see those
I
rings.
hold no value to these things whatsoever.
Yeah.
She can spend whatever she wants. I don't. I ain't gonna buy that shit. She said, no problem, Kendy. I don't know how she knew my name, but she must listen to the podcast.
Yes.
I says, I'm going to try it on. I think I'm a size C. That's another thing I don't understand about them. They shove it onto a ring and they go, you're a size C. Anyway.
Yeah.
I try on the 6'5" one. I go, that's the finest there. Perfect.
Yeah.
Deal. Right? And then I go, I might just try on the other one for a sec. And I tried it on. I was like, Nicola, this looks unbelievable on Kendy's fucking finger, man. And it was, I don't want to say how much it was, but it was hundreds more.
Did you call it precious?
I didn't call it my precious at all,
okay.
right?
So I was worried that's
but
where
I
this story
saw
was
the
going.
twinkle in Fidelma's eye. I saw like
How
that
much
she
does
was
it
like,
How much did it cost?
it cost more than
Tell
I
me.
ever wanted to spend.
How much?
I can't tell
We're
you what
all
it-
friends here now.
No, we're not. We got loads of hundreds of people
How many
listening to
fivers?
us. Let me count up the fivers. It was over 100 fivers.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and me being a flute man, I wanted to spend 60 quid, man, get a
you only
disposable
wanted
job.
to pay 12 fivers.
But that's what I'm saying. I handed over the money, right? And when I did it, my whole body sank, right? My whole body sank, and I was like, did I just spend money on that I won't give a shit about? I lose it like at a gig or something in a couple of years' time.
Or get it caught in a horse like Fergal Harrison.
Why would you bring that up? That's my biggest fear. When I went into the woman in Fields, I said, give me €60 because I'm probably not going to be wearing it.
And you wanted
Why am I not
horse-proof.
going to be wearing it? Because we have horror stories of a gentleman who's pulling down a horse box and it ripped all the skin. And I said, oh, rotten, that's rotten. And Ginger said, do you want to see a picture? I said, look, show it to me and I'll decide afterwards if I wanted to see it.
You didn't want to see the
I
picture.
didn't want to see it, man. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. You wouldn't see it in The Walking Dead.
Stop it now. Fergal listens and he won't enjoy this.
Oh, Luke, if you're listening, man, show him this part. Jesus. So that's my other biggest fear. I thought I'm going to wear it on my neck like a medallion.
Oh, yeah,
right?
cool.
But right now, I probably will be wearing it. But that's the problem. I'm going to take it off at the gig because I'm going to go, I ain't going to get this ripped up at a PA
Whoa, now, why would you be taking it off at a gig?
because I don't want to. Not for viewers.
Oh, hold
no,
on now.
No.
Hold on a minute
No.
now. We're getting into it.
I'm only going to take it off at head parties.
why
no,
don't you just-
I'm not going to do that at all.
Why don't you just take it off for the lifting of the gear?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'll probably do that.
But you put it back on before you start playing?
No, I'll play with it off as well.
Why?
Because, Ray, this is sinister. You have to keep your options
You know
open.
Irish men are way more attractive if they're married.
Yeah, well then keep it on then. So I'll keep it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 100%. Oh, that's what I was getting at then. Obviously, I want yours to be like, ooh la la,
Yeah.
whatever. You know
Can't
what I mean?
have him, so come on up and buy him
Yeah,
a drink.
that's what happens, Ray. You hear too much of that. You know what that was big in the country scene years ago? I feel like we're about to blow a case wide open.
What was big in the
there was
country
people
scene?
walloping the country scenes years ago that shouldn't have been walloping at all.
Go away.
I heard a story in Nina, right? And I believe everything I hear in Nina. Country gigs years ago,
Yeah.
RTE or TG Carr would have been going to like film the fucking shows or whatever.
Yeah.
And when they went, people used to be asking them, is this going to be on the television now? And they'd say, yes, it is. And they'd say, feck it, don't get me on it.
Right.
Because they'd be off gallivanting with Sheila down the roads.
Okay.
Or Maureen Shassa, whatever the hell her name. But they'd be gallivanting around the place. So that was huge.
You've reminded me of something.
Go on.
Totally off topic.
Go on, little segue.
Yeah, I did watch The Murder in the Cottage.
Oh,
Did you watch it?
how did you get that from out on shifting at Denver?
No, it was No, you were talking about people getting caught.
Oh, people getting caught.
Yeah,
yes.
You have an awful droopy mic there, Jaxie. I won't lie to you. And in the meantime, I'll talk about Murder in the Cottage. Murder in the Cottage is
Oh,
about...
yeah, I thought you were going to do it without me. I was like, no, I want to hear it. Go on.
No. I watched this documentary about Sophie Toscan de Plantier.
Yes. one of
And
them.
about...
I fixed it.
Come on.
Go on.
And Jim Sheridan did a fierce job in it.
Yeah, Jim Sheridan's brilliant because he doesn't play up. He's going, here, look, this is what I know, lads. I'm going to walk down that road there. So
Yeah.
did she. This is
Talk
the
to
crack.
Mary. See
Yeah.
what Mary's seen.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. No, it was very good. I have to say I would recommend it on its segue. And I definitely think the horse did it.
There's
There's a
rumour
theory
that Jim. Yeah,
that
that
she went out, she tried to catch a hold of a horse. The horse didn't like it.
Now-
End of story.
how a horse picked up a cinder block, I don't think I'll ever know.
No, he didn't pick up a cinder block.
What did he do?
He kicked out and hit the side of a shed, and the cinder block just fell off the roof of the shed and hit her.
Oh my God, you have to blow this case wide open.
I know.
You think that's true?
Big shout out to James Kelly. He sent me an article about a horse doing it. And,
No way.
And I didn't read it. I just seen the headline, the horse did it. And I went, that's an interesting headline. And then I didn't bother myself. So that's probably all wrong now, what I just said.
No, 100% that's true.
close.
So, Ian Bailey, you're free by
Free
no
as
bother
bird,
at all.
yeah.
How many? Seriously though, Ian Bailey.
I don't think he did it.
Okay, Okay, so I'm actually 50-50 now.
Oh, good.
From listening to West Cork,
Yeah.
I thought he did it.
Right.
From watching that program,
You get to know him.
I'm a little bit more 50-50. But I still think he's mental.
Oh, he's mental, loves a bit of attention.
He loves all of the attention.
No more than yourself.
He's actually like the Love Islanders because he doesn't care what he gets the attention for as long as he's getting it. You know what I mean? That's what them lunatics are at as well.
Moving swiftly back there to Denver and
It's actually nothing to do with Denver, by the way.
Oh no, you've called it out.
No, I'm just saying it would have been
Denver gigs in particular.
No, yeah, but it wasn't. It was the people going to it, the old ones going to it.
Yeah, so it's not Denver.
No, they'd be all walloping each other. The dirty. That's what I'm saying. And you know the way your parents say that wouldn't happen in my day. Worse happened in your day.
Yeah,
you bastards.
There's a lot my father isn't telling me.
You think?
Well, I got a bit out of him there one night.
Oh no, because imagine if he found out he was a dirty devil.
Oh,
man.
he's not a dirty devil. I don't think he's a dirty devil. But just one night when himself were strolling between bars, and he delved in a little bit into the, his habits of the day.
Please.
Oh no, there's not much to it, and I wouldn't like to throw my own father under the bus.
No, but would he have been,
who's sitting there now nervously looking at the iPad going,
imagine the panic.
Oh no.
Imagine the panic. But would he have enjoyed himself back in the day?
He enjoyed himself, drank loads of pints.
Did he?
But he gives out to me then for drinking loads of pints.
Yeah, well that's the thing, you see, because they don't want you to become what they were.
Yeah.
Or what they think they were, certainly.
Yes,
I think I'm a dirty, rotten, disgusting bastard now.
Right.
So I wouldn't like my child to be a dirty, rotten, disgusting bastard.
Right.
But you probably don't look at me as a dirty, rotten, disgusting bastard.
No. Why would you think you're...
You answer that quick. No, that's what I'm saying though. Like your parents always want to raise you the way that they weren't, probably, I think, in a way. You know what I mean?
Well, my father definitely succeeded because I'm nothing like him.
Yeah, sometimes I think you're not even...
sports,
I don't even think you're his, to be honest.
I'm telling you, the postman.
The postman's a fair redhead boy.
Fair redhead boy. Carmel knows what I'm talking about. He lives up the road.
Shout out to Postman Pat out there in Clala. No, but because Emma had a bit of, you had a bit of crack back in the day.
They'd go back to Island Eady or somewhere for a football match and they just drink pints from the very early morning to the very, very late night.
And they could drink drive back then. I know that sounds weird now. That sounds really weird when you say that, doesn't it?
Well, he was the one with the least pints, I think, driving home.
So that's what it was. Like, do you remember those ads we used to see years ago?
I'm not saying he was driving.
No.
What was the ads when you were...
Remember the ads from years ago that used to be like...
More than 5, don't drive.
Yeah, don't have that fucking 6 pint now, okay? Yeah. Because you'd be out of it.
That's what I go by now with me. I don't go to 6 pints.
Well, I always say to people at gigs when someone asks me, can I buy you a pint? I always say I can't because I want to drive home and I've been drinking all day. So I can have one more.
Wow.
No, isn't that good?
That's way better than antibiotics.
No, isn't that good now?
That's facts.
Yeah, you don't need antibiotics. Just tell them I've been drinking all day long.
I've been at it all day and I want to drive home.
I want to drive home there now.
And immediately leave you alone.
Yeah, they will. They'll go, look, I hear you. No bother at all. Yeah. They will, of course. Anyway, Ray, is there anything else that you did want to get onto?
I have items.
I'm out of it on Bailey's, by the way.
I should look at me all. I'll get my list out. Is that part of the programme?
What happened to us, Ray? Drinking from a bucket.
Soul to soul. Lad, I had a lovely week. On the Wednesday.
Right.
I went for a trip.
To?
Delphi Mountain Resort.
Oh my God, you did. Okay.
Yeah, and we picked a brilliant day to go. It was very sunny.
My favourite thing about that is me and you had business to be doing.
How do you mean?
Me and you were chatting, saying we have all this stuff that we need to be doing that we can't be saying on the podcast. It was governmental related. And you said to me then, listen, I'm not around, right, from 2 o'clock onwards.
Right.
And you didn't tell me why.
Oh, yeah.
I presumed it was work.
Oh, that's right. I did tell you that I wasn't around
I
2 o'clock.
presumed it was work.
Oh,
right?
no.
So I was like, listen, I actually can't be wrecking Ray's head about governmental stuff anymore because he's working flat out.
Yeah.
And then I see you at the beach.
Well, it wasn't the beach.
What? Whatever the hell it was, a
Up
lake.
in Delphi, there was the Killary Fjord. Such a magnificent spot.
What?
Killary Fjord. It's a fjord. They have them in Norway. And
a fjord escort? Or was it a fjord focus?
A fjord.
What's that?
It's basically a big iceberg carved out this beautiful little lake.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
is it warm or no?
Yes.
Is it one of those things where you tip into it and you go, oh, Jesus?
Well, it was warm because it was a warm day.
All right. So
I was wearing a wetsuit.
Oh, but your course is going to be warm then.
But I'd never worn a wetsuit before.
Had you not?
Never.
How did you look at it?
I didn't look too bad.
Oh, it was
the jollar was there, but I had,
But was it pushing everything else in? Like,
it was lovely, yeah. I felt like a superhero.
Yeah, wetsuit like on the right body, like, and I'm not talking about fit people, like people like
marvelous
us
on
who
Laura.
It looks class on people like that, like on fit people.
Yeah.
But for people like us who were in between fit and fat, like, it in the right body like ours, it can actually pull the whole lot together, and you can go, Jesus Christ! Like,
I looked all right.
Oh, the other thing about the wetsuit is your big baby.
What?
That's the next thing I want to say to you.
Why?
Because why would you put a wetsuit on to hop into the ocean?
First of all, it was not the ocean.
Whatever. Yeah, well,
it
worse
was
again.
A bit of the ocean, a bit of fresh water.
Yeah, well, then you should have got in the tides.
Because I was going kayaking.
Oh, well, if you're in it for hours, then that makes sense.
It was a 3-hour trip.
A 3-hour kayak trip?
Now, it starts with, right?
I can't wait to hear about this kayaking because...
You land in Delphi, right? And you go into reception and realise you're in the wrong place.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Does everyone do that?
Well, I think so, because you drive in and there's reception. There's two lads in fancy suits for the hotel.
Okay.
The Delphi Hotel.
Oh, the
And they
Delphi.
go, you were going kayaking. Oh, you need to go down to the Adventure Hub.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. And where are they from? Cork.
Cork, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So down to the Adventure Hub we went.
Okay.
And then we met Aegon.
And he's from Cork.
And he is not from Cork.
Where's he from?
He's from Ballyshannon. And I don't know about you knowing people from Ballyshannon, but I think they're all the same. They all talk the same.
Yeah.
They all carry on the same.
They're all laid back.
They're all laid back, but absolutely believe every bit of themselves.
Like if you say we going out kayaking, he'd say, we'll go out when we're ready. I'd say no.
No,
we'll see
they're talking now. You're gone. You see, around more up Donegal now. Or down
right,
to Bundoran.
okay.
Ballyshannon are very, very assured of themselves.
All right, okay.
You know, they're just. I'm a marvelous kayaker, and I'm going to bring you out.
All right. And was he a dirty hippie?
What? No, not, well, a little bit. You know the way these adventure lads have a touch of dirty hippie about them.
Yeah. If
you
looks
know?
could smell kind of thing.
Yeah.
Did he have shorts on and flip flops?
Yes.
Dirty hippie, Ray. You got to be careful with them too, because that's what they do. They lure you into a false sense of security.
Yeah, and then what happens? You're a vegan.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're a vegan then.
Right.
And how are you supposed to explain that to Mammy?
Aegon brought us anyway down, and he had a sidekick Samantha, and she was learning the ropes.
I thought you said something. I thought you said he had to sidekick Samantha because she was fucking too slow in the oak.
No, apparently she was learning how to bring people out kayaking.
Okay.
So we had a two-man team.
All right, okay.
Bringing us out in this kayaking. We
Right.
were expecting great things.
2-man or 1-man kayak?
Oh, we wanted to go on the
Tandem
the
kayaks.
one. Yeah, but we couldn't get one.
Okay, so you had to go separate.
We had to go separate.
Okay.
So
Laura
landed
would
down,
fleece you in a kayak. Go on anyway.
landed down anyway to the area, the pier.
Yeah.
Right? And we got all suited up, put the helmets on and everything, got the kayaks, came down to the pier, and we were doing the warm-up, which is gay as Christmas.
Right, okay.
Do you know, lots of dancing and moving and shaking and
Oh,
whatnot,
no,
you know?
no. This is not a child's birthday party.
But I was
Why
beginning-
are they
yeah.
making you do that?
Because I started to realise that our kayak, there was two types of kayaking you could get. It was the normal kayaking, which we did, and the sea kayaking. Now, the difference between us and the sea kayakers is the sea kayakers didn't do any of this shit. They just got in the kayaks and off they went up the fjord, like
Yeah.
adults.
Right, okay.
Not me and Laura, we were doing the normal kayaking with a little family of 5.
And what's the normal kayaking? Just chipping around the circle?
We spend the first hour getting all kitted out and doing a dance. And learning what the kayak is.
Ray,
yeah.
I would hate if your man said to me, "We're just going to do a little dance." I go, "I'm just going to take a little phone call then until you're finished." I might send a few emails or something if you don't mind.
It was a great trip. Off we went and tore up the shoreline for about a couple of meters, and then we stopped.
For what?
I know, about 100 meters up, we stopped, and then Aegon said, "Right, we're going to park up here." So pulled in the kayaks, and we're kind of going, "What's going on here? We're just going on the kayak."
Yeah. How long did it take you to go 100 meters?
About 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, a long time to go 100 meters. Go on anyway.
Yeah, and up we went anyway, and we parked up, and then he said, "I'm going to bring you up to see the Magical Waterfall."
How magical.
Well, I was wondering myself the same question. What the hell? Like,
Does it go back up the way or something?
paid money to go kayaking, and all of a sudden we're parked on the side of a fjord.
Yeah.
Looking for a magical waterfall.
Right. And?
Well, off we went on a bit of a hike.
Okay.
I was wearing a wetsuit.
No, hang on. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And
like.
a helmet.
I didn't pay for a hiking trick. I would have went out to Killarney. Like,
And
what's
a
going
life
on
jacket.
here?
And fancy shoes that were not right for hiking.
Let's go and look at a magical waterfall. Did he bring just you?
No, no, he didn't.
Come over here, we see it. I want to show you something behind this magical waterfall.
We all went, and then we found this little waterfall.
It's really magical. You just close your eyes, open your mouth, and then...
Wasn't that kind of waterfall.
Okay.
But it was, the magical part of it was warm.
No, come here, mate.
Yeah.
It was. He said,
It was
come back here.
unnaturally warm.
Yeah, and it grunts. Oh. Man, he saw you coming, man. You didn't see him coming. Fuck's sake. Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so there was the Magical Waterfall was this waterfall on the side of the hill, about 10 minutes walk from where we parked the kayaks.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, the water was warmer than it should have been.
Yeah, okay.
And we all had to come down one at a time, and Aegon showed us the fancy warm water.
What?
They insisted. Samantha said, if you don't go back down there to see the magic water, you're not getting back in the boat.
Okay, 100
So that
questions.
means I would have had to walk the 100 metres back to the pier.
Yeah, fuck's sake, man. I have a couple of questions. First of
Sure,
all,
I could understand that.
much.
Much.
Right.
11 fivers each.
Okay, well, that is mental. I want to go kayaking. No, we're going to show you magic water, and if you don't see it, then you can't continue as well.
That was essentially it. Now, I wasn't threatening at the time, but I felt it was threatening.
What was magical about the water? What were they trying to bestow upon you?
I don't know. Maybe they were just taking a break from the kayaking, or maybe they didn't think we were able to go to the sea kayaking area.
I think that it might have been Samantha's first day, and after about 60 metres, she turned to Aegon and said, my arms are killing me, man. And he said, come here, look. I'm going to get this fella to hit me Mickey out the back here. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. Get you sorted. Take a break. Fuck's sake, man. So that's some trick. Delphi's supposed to be savage. Like, you have to turn me way off it now, like.
You're after turning.
I don't want to get molested, man. I'm going to Delphi,
He just brought us up to see the Magic Waterfall.
Right? Like, for God's sake. Any idea how scary this is?
Right. At no point when I was writing that story down did I think you were going to take that twist in it. I'm very sorry to Aegon. There was absolutely nothing untoward about the Magical Waterfall.
Oh, man, you got Stockholm Syndrome, man. That's what's wrong with you. That's exactly what's wrong with you, man. Fuck's sake.
Well, it was a beautiful day out in Delphi anyway.
I know, Delphi is supposed to be unreal. Can I ask you a question that's embarrassing then for me this time?
Okay.
Where is Delphi?
Delphi. Okay, it's up, you go out to Westport and you go to Lewisburg and then you hang a left.
So it's Mayo.
It's Mayo Galway.
Galway. I always thought it was Galway.
I have other news.
Go on.
I met a fella. I don't know this gentleman's name.
Okay.
And I have to read this because I wrote many notes after this interaction.
Okay.
I was walking down to get a pizza.
Right.
In Roberto's.
Right.
And on my way down to the pizza, two gentlemen were coming towards me. Right?
Oh.
Now, they didn't know each other, it turns out. They were just happening to be walking beside each other.
That's awful awkward. Someone has to be walking faster than the other one, like.
Well, one of them was wheeling a bike. So I think maybe one of the lads was overtaking the buck on the bike.
Yeah.
That was fine. So the buck with the bike anyway, he just stops.
Let's call him Bucky Bike.
Bucky Bike
Right.
stops and let's call him Liam. Sorry now, if we're going to make calling names here, for the purpose of this podcast, can we call him Liam?
You turned so quick. Did you notice that there?
Yeah,
you were like, let's call him Bucky Bike, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's call him Liam.
Let's call him Liam.
There has to be a reason for this.
I don't know. Today he's going to be Liam. So Liam anyway with his bicycle, he stopped and he says, what's the crack with you? In the big Sligo accent, right? And I went, whoa, I have no idea who you are.
Jesus, Mary and Saint Kendy. Okay.
And hold on, I just get me because so it was on Castle Street and he goes, well, he says, how are you? And I says to him, I'm grand. I says, and this is one of these things that everybody struggles with.
It's awful awkward.
It's when someone meets you in the street, they know you don't remember who the hell they are.
It's awful awkward.
It's the worst thing in the world.
Well, Buck.
Now,
that's the one.
well Buck or well Jaxie, and you go along with it like a fool.
Yeah.
And you don't feel anyway satisfied after because
when was last time we must have been?
Yeah, and you try and work out where you know them from.
Must have been your mother's funeral, sister's wedding.
But on this occasion,
football match.
I think I finally became old.
Okay.
Because I had the balls to go.
No way.
I don't know who you are.
No way. Was he out of it? It's easier to say it's someone who's out of it.
You didn't see him out of it.
Okay.
Our Liam looked perfectly compass mentis.
Bucky Bike.
I think Liam is better. Anyway,
why are you so obsessed with Liam?
I don't know. I've had a bit of a while to think about this.
Okay, go on.
So anyway, Liam was sound, and I says, "Sorry, Liam, I didn't know his name, but obviously I said, sorry, I don't know who you are."
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh man, I met you there about 2 months ago. I was out of it. I was mildly drunk. Me and you had a great long conversation. You were out of it as well. You were mouldy."
No way.
So I'm standing there going, could I have been mouldy?
Where?
I don't know.
You shift this fella as well?
He didn't say. He said just up there. He kind of pointed in a kind of a funny direction.
That's a great one. I love when Irish people do that. Where was it? Ashur?
Up there. Yeah.
Up below, sure.
Up below, yeah.
Up below.
So I'm kind of standing going, right. So he's basically proposing that me and him were both out of our minds drunk one night.
Yeah.
And we met and we had a big long conversation.
Right, okay.
And I said, I don't remember this at all. And I said, he said, well, I remember it. And the only reason I remember it is because I'm mouldy now. And that's why I remember it.
And he has mouldy memory.
Apparently so.
You think that people only get mouldy memory, that they only remember drunk stuff when they're drunk again, but they don't remember it. So if you got mouldy, and you Bucky Bike!
Liam!
Why not? Oh, that's the crowd. Yeah, that's exactly what would happen there.
It was really unsatisfying. I was going to go, and you remember me, and apparently I had this great time with you, and I have no memory
And did he get awkward, or he was
No, he was cool as a cucumber.
Great thing about drunk people as well is he won't get awkward about that.
No, unless
he'd be like, typical Ray, sure, Jesus.
Do you think that Do you think that he knew all along that after like the first minute, oh shit, I'm after getting the wrong guy, and just really,
that's
really
worse
just
again.
went with it?
Yeah, but I've done that more.
Right.
Where, you know, when you go, oh, where's cracking?
Yeah.
That's not you.
Yep.
You know that's the worst, man.
Right. Last item on today's podcast.
Go on.
Have you ever heard of a thing called Sleeping St. Joseph?
I've heard of a thing called Mary and St. Joseph. What the hell is Sleeping St. Joseph?
Sleeping St. Joseph is a little statue,
Okay.
right?
Of Joseph
Of
Schleppen.
St. Joseph asleep
Yeah.
in a lying down position.
Right.
You can also buy a vertical St. Joseph.
Okay, well, I could also turn the Sleeping St. Joseph upwards.
No, totally different thing.
Or I could also put the vertical St. Joseph sleeping.
Apparently, first of all, the reason this came up was herself's mother, Suzanne,
Yeah.
was looking for a vertical St. Joseph,
Okay.
right?
I just don't know in the modern day why someone would be, but go, okay.
Because she's selling a house.
So?
Apparently, if you bury a vertical St. Joseph, that's very careful. If you bury like a standing up St. Joseph,
Yeah.
little figurine of St. Joseph, standing up in a standing position,
Yeah.
if you bury him out in the garden of the house you're trying to sell, the house will sell. Or if you're renting a place, it'll rent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back 2,000 years ago, did anyone sell houses?
I believe so, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't think they did, like, so who came up with this
But
hoodoo?
this is the crazy thing about it. I'd love to know where this comes from. So
Yeah.
so vertical St. Joseph anyway. So Suzanne was apparently looking for vertical St. Joseph.
Okay.
So she went into the Friary, which I didn't know is a place here in Sligo that does figurines.
Oh, lovely.
So it's a bit like the Main Street Knock, which
Right.
is just religious shop after religious
Yeah.
shop. Great spot to go.
The main street knock is a little bit like Crow Park on All Ireland Day. Just like the streets and streets like hats, flags and headbands.
That's it, yeah.
Except for it's Mary's, Jesus and Joseph's. Get your Mary, Jesus and
You're
Joseph.
sleeping St. Joseph. So she was looking for a vertical St. Joseph. She tipped into the Friary to get the vertical St. Joseph.
Right.
And they didn't have any vertical St. Joseph.
They only had a
left.
sleeping one, right?
They only had a couple of sleeping St. Josephs.
Right.
And she didn't know what a sleeping St. Joseph was, so she made an inquiry.
Okay.
And it comes with a little card. Now, hold on, I bait out the card here. The card.
I still think she could have just put him.
No, you can't because it's very sleeping.
He's awful sleepy at this.
Yeah, so sleeping St. Joseph, there's a little card here now, and I took a little figure.
Go on.
I would also like to tell you something very personal. I have a great love for St. Joseph. I don't know who wrote this card. Because he's a man of silence and strength. On my table, I have a statue of St. Joseph sleeping.
Sleeping.
Even when he is asleep, he is taking care of the church. Right?
How?
Yes, we know that he can do that.
So he's sleeping on the job then, pretty much.
So
like.
when I have a problem,
I used to do that in Super Value.
when I have a problem, a difficulty, I write a little note and I put it underneath St. Joseph, who is sleeping, so that he can dream about it. In other words, I tell him, pray for this problem. They are the words of Pope Francis himself.
No shagging way.
Pope Francis is all up for this whole sleeping St. Joseph. That's how the Catholic Church are making their money at the
Yeah,
minute.
you see, he's going, we need to get some merchandise, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say a little spiel about a sleeping St. Joseph.
Okay, can you imagine them in the brainstorming room? So they're looking at vertical St. Joseph. Right, he sells houses. But what
Yeah.
else can he do?
Yeah, what
People, like, not everybody has houses to sell.
Yeah.
People have problems.
Yeah, but they're going to run out of stuff like, we got a golf in St. Joseph next. Yeah, he's the patron saint who walks. So, you know, if you want to have a good walk and not get injured, you got to get the golf in St. Joseph.
Golf in St. Joseph.
You know
what
I mean?
other St. Joseph?
The kayak in St. Joseph. He's the patron saint to get diddled at the Magic Waterfall. So if you want to avoid getting diddled at the Magic Waterfall by Aegon, you want to get the kayak in St. Joseph. But the kayak in St. Joseph is beautiful. Oh, it's painted gorgeous, Ray. Honestly, a beautiful figurine.
Right.
Beautiful figurine.
Yeah, so that's that.
Anyway, I
So,
think
sleeping
that
St.
is that.
Joseph. I'd never heard of a sleeping St. Joseph.
Well, I may go get one, Raymond.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ray, what a wonderful little story to tell me to finish up. Fair play to you, boy.
I enjoyed that crap.
That is episode 121.
121.
And thank you very much for the Book of the Sand.
We have a couple of things.
Go on.
First of all,
Yeah.
big thanks to the sponsors.
Yes.
We're doing a nice serious way tonight. The Blind Tiger Cocktail Club and Anderson's Grill and Bar, which we have to talk to them about.
Yeah.
Why do they call it Grill and Bar? So everybody knows it's bar and grill.
Yeah, how annoying. Do you think they did that on purpose?
I think they just did it to upset people.
Yeah, because it really upsetting me now. Grill and bar, like. What are you on about? It's a bar and grill.
But maybe they're a grill first and then a bar.
No, it's all amalgamating into one.
Right.
The one thing I will say about it all is, genuinely, these cocktails are unbelievable.
And another thing as well,
Seriously.
fair play to them as well. They gave us a few pound and we managed to get the cameras and all things. They've given us a fierce lift.
They have.
Yeah.
They've given us an incentive, Ray.
And I'll tell you another lift is the old people in the Patreon.
Yes, it is.
We have a few more donations now,
Yeah.
and it's making all the difference to me when I'm stuck at the end of the month.
Yeah, you're not robbing from Sean O'Reilly's
I should
vodka
be,
bottle anymore.
Brendan, actually, I owe you a few pound. It's just I've lost my card, and I will sort you out in the coming weeks.
Yeah, the worst thing we ever did was let Ray deal with the money that comes in.
Yeah.
Because you'll just end up going back to old Ray where you're like, look, Listen, I'm not paying you this month, but I will pay you. I'll pay you in 2 years, and I'll pay you extra as well.
Extra, yeah.
Anyway, so fair play to
thank you very
everyone.
much to our sponsors and anybody on the Patreon.
Yeah.
And have I anything else? Thanks very much to Sean O'Reilly for eating the burgers. It was the nicest dinner I ever had.
Yes, and thank you very much to the TikTokers for hitting 2,000.
Oh, 2,000 followers
in about a week, and we also hit 10,000 likes on one of our videos.
There's something else.
Go on.
Congratulations on buying a very fancy wedding ring.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah,
I'm delighted
I
for
got
you.
a sick pit in my stomach, man. Handing over
Have
money.
you been sore since?
It has. It's a really hurt. Like honestly,
Yeah.
that really hurt the.
That's a nice camera you could have bought.
I'd fought.
Yeah. Oh, that is the camera money, actually. Sorry.
You're actually making me sick, man. It's such a waste of money.
Yeah, it's all right.
Can't wait to get married. Ray, fair play to me.
And fair play to me.
Good luck.
Good luck.
The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Bar and Grill and the Blind Tiger Bar.